Yo guys, so welcome back to the YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to mount a GoPro camera to the top of a helmet to get the best angles. So a lot of people seem to struggle with mounting a GoPro to the top of their helmet or anywhere on their helmet to get the optimal angle to show whatever sport they're doing, whether it's mountain biking, kayaking, skiing, snowboarding, anything, it doesn't matter. Some people struggle in getting the angle right. So I'm going to show you in this video how to properly mount the camera to the helmet to give you the best angles. You're going to need a few things for this to work properly. First of all, I would recommend you go out and buy, if you've not already got them, a bunch of sticky mounts and curved and flat mounts. So you can buy these off Amazon. The links will be in the description below if you want to go and grab some of these. But these are quite important because depending on what helmet you have will determine whether you use a flat mount or a curved mount. Obviously going to need your camera, and we're obviously going to need a mount and a screw, and we're going to need a helmet. So there's a couple of places you can mount a GoPro on a helmet. We can obviously go for mounting it on top like this, which is always good if you are in really cool looking places with amazing landscape and scenery, or maybe you're filming somebody who is in front of you riding. That's always a good idea. And in this angle as well, you can obviously also put it in reverse as well. So if somebody's following you down a ski run or a mountain bike run, you can film the person behind you. We can put the GoPro sometimes on top of our peak, just giving a bit more of that handlebar area right in front of our bike or our skis. Or we can actually mount the GoPro underneath the peak. Most helmets you'll probably need a curved mount because there's never really a flat surface, so you're always going to need kind of a round mount, I would suspect. When we put these mounts on the helmet, we want to make sure that the sticky part of the mount is covering as much surface area as possible, so there's no risk or very little risk of the camera coming off when we're riding or skiing or whatever. So I'm going to demonstrate this. Usually these come separate, so you put them on yourself. So once you've decided on where your pad is going to go, we're going to peel one side off. Don't peel both of them off. We're going to stick or line up and stick our mount here. I'm just going to press it all around to make sure the glue or the adhesive is stuck properly, and then we're just going to double check before we take this off and stick it on where we actually want it. For me, I think that's quite a good angle of having it right there. We've got plenty of surface area on the helmet. It's a great angle. And when the actual helmet is on your head, the GoPro is going to be on top of your head, if you like, because sometimes, depending on what helmet you have, if you have, say, the GoPro on your peak at the front, it can tend to drag your helmet forward a little bit because of the weight of these cameras. So to avoid that, we can put the camera up on top of our helmet. So I'm going to peel this off. Quite sticky. Just make sure you don't pull the adhesive or the sticky foam pad off the mount. Here we're off. Sometimes you might need to clean your helmet beforehand with some alcohol spray or something, just to make sure there's no dirt on there. And then we're going to firmly press down and just hold there for a couple of seconds to make sure it sticks. We can go ahead and slide her in. And there we go. You can kind of visually just look at this and think, right, okay, does that look at the right angle? Most of the times with GoPros, you want them pointing slightly upwards than the front of the peak, just because when you're riding, obviously your helmet isn't going to be like that, it's going to be more like this, and you don't want all your screen being covered up by just the peak. And obviously you can also just turn the screen on and have a look through the viewfinder to make sure you've got the right angle. You can see that this sits nice and snug there, and I actually can't really feel too much weight difference because it's directly on top of my helmet. It's good to go. Now there's another way to mount your camera on a trail helmet like this, and that's underneath the peak. I've got a different helmet because I already have a mount on this to show you, but what we can do is I can pull my peak up a little bit and our GoPro actually slides on here, and there is angle number 2. This might not be preferable for some people because of the weight of the helmet, the weight of the camera in front of the helmet. I'll just show you now. I don't mind it too much. But sometimes the weight of the camera can feel like it's pulling your head forward and you can get quite a bit of neck pain from this. But if you want an angle when you're mountain biking or skiing or snowboarding or whatever that looks like more immersive, this is the angle I would go for. This is the mounting position I would go for. And it may take a little bit of trial and error to get the best angle, so you might need to put it on, record 5 seconds of trail or ski run, and then have a look at it just to get your shot absolutely perfect. There's obviously all sorts of different ways you can mount a GoPro to a helmet depending on what you're doing. Even if you're on a motorcycle or a motorbike or anything, you can mount the side, the back, you know, wherever you want to mount them. These are 2 of my favorite ways of mounting the camera to get the most immersive GoPro footage you can. And remember, the links below to grab these mounts that I was talking about are below. Strongly recommend getting yourself a pack of like 15 or 20 of them. They don't cost too much, but it just means you have spares. I've got a few helmets. We go on many different trips and I always want to put them in different places. It's always good to have backups and spares rather than just having one or two. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to up-level your GoPro skills at all, there'll be a link in the description to my online course, which is basically a complete course that teaches you how to create better videos with a GoPro. So if you're interested in doing that, go check the link out below, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye.